We're in a new arena as far as leadership is concerned. I like to say it's almost like a Lewis and Clark expedition, where the old playbook went away back with George Floyd, the murder of George Floyd, and COVID. That playbook went out of the door. So now many, if not all leaders, are on this new Lewis and Clark expedition because you're facing things that you've never had to face ever. Teaching people to interact with other people is key. Always be willing to speak up. So many of us have worked in environments where you can get fired for asking too many questions, and I stand by this. You literally can get exited here for not asking enough questions. So we run this meeting every month. We bring in the department leaders, the heads, people who are growing into leadership roles.
This is going to be very, very conversational, led and directed entirely by your questions that we can ask Javon, ask each other, and then we'll just completely focus on coaching and supporting each other.
They call it AMA, Ask Me Anything. And when I say anything, it's not just business related. If you all came in and asked financial questions, relationship questions, company questions, my goal is to knowledge transfer, share those lessons learned, mistakes made, and truly believe that if you are in this room, you're listening to them, you're digesting them, and then you're executing on them. So the value I find in the meeting, and I've had people ask, well, are you not paying attention to the day-to-day? Yeah, we pay attention to the day-to-day, every day. The numbers are the numbers. And we're going to go over the numbers, we're going to dive into the numbers, but in that meeting, it's truly people first. So these are the individuals, the leaders, the up and coming leaders who are going to be serving people, which drive the numbers. So how would I advise leaders to focus on the day-to-day, the numbers, but also culture building, growing leaders? I'll keep repeating myself. That's part of the Lewis and Clark expedition. Now you don't just get to focus on the numbers. As I say, society may not be our fault, but it is our responsibility, and you make it to that level, you have a responsibility to open the doors for a lot of people. We don't know what we don't know. And if you've never had to address diversity, equity, inclusion, pronouns, if you've never had to address those things, you are in a very uncomfortable position to where, now I actually got to speak on this? And there are so many things in the workplace now that even if you should have had to deal with them in the past, you didn't always have to. Now you have to. And you have leaders now. Guess what? That old playbook you were running, shit doesn't work. Teaching and coaching and mentoring, there's so many companies that don't actually take the time to do this. And this to me is where some of the most valuable lessons are learned. There can be an unprofessional way to approach personal topics, business, thoughts in the workplace. But so many of the things that in the old playbook were looked at as unprofessional, it's where we are as a society. So what are we going to turn our back on it? Or are we going to learn as leaders how to serve and support those people who 20 years ago now have unprofessional topics and issues they're dealing with? I know for a fact there is someone in this office of the 125 people who have experienced something in life. Maybe it's divorce, maybe it's a single parent, maybe it's pregnancy. If we can have open conversations where we can support one another in those topics, doesn't that make us all better as a people that, hey, imagine walking around, this is a true story. I had one of our crew members come to me and say, hey, Javon, My wife and I, we want to have kids, we want to buy our first home, but I'm in a massive amount of credit card debt. Could you help me? We sat down, we built out a plan, and as I expressed to him, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be harsh on things you're going to have to do. 9 months later, completely out of debt. So I've been asked that question. So if you've got someone that's got these external distractions, why would you not just replace them? And that's where I feel you see this revolt in society of companies aren't showing that they care, so people don't care. When do we actually start to look at the people first, the humanity aspect of it? But what if I serve this person and I help them with their external issues? I believe you build loyalty, and it also lets a person know that, hey, you're more than just the production that you can put into the company.